Check 1 2. Mr. Lover Lover. Mr. Lover Lover. Hmm. Call me Mr. Bombastic. Call me Fantastic. Whoa. Bombastic. Call me Fantastic. Let's go, Max. What's up with this season again now? All right. Sorry, guys, I was on the call. I was on the call. I stuck with him because he was the one on the lap, but I believe the rest are starting now. But Batman should be the first to finish a lap. Why is Keds on the mediums? What is this master plan by Keds? Toborito doing his engine pen today, so that's why he's retired. But yeah, the visa will be of 50 gens. Will be the only visa today, as Magpie is not going to race. He just lost his subscription. I wasn't looking to get a new one, but hopefully he'll be back next week. The first driver that's going to cross the line for quali is going to be Batman. Batman in the kick Sauber. The leaders of the constructors who could keep their league at the end of this week, depending on what happens in this race. It's basically Batman versus 50 Gen today, as both their teammates would not are not going to race today. Potwash has begun his lap. The Ferrari of KL will go faster than Batman on a 121.1. Behind him is going to be the Haas of Adam the Sweet. He raced yesterday and was absolutely murdered by Dog, but hopefully he's going to survive this one. 127.6 for him. It's a 127, sorry, 128.6 for him. So 128.0 for Wacky Racer and 129.5 for the Mercedes of Wilco. Slater goes up to P4 with a 127.7. Quali is just beginning, and I'm sure it will heat up as time goes. Clouds a little bit grey, but I don't believe there will be rain coming out. If there was going to be rain, I feel like everybody will already be out certain times because you don't want to be out there certain times when the rain starts to fall. Wait 1 sec. Oh yeah, it's better to do that when when the rain has to start. Oh, why are they going side by side already? Mercedes on the house there. Oh, Adam, this is no wrong pit lane. That's the old pit lane, Adam. Bro is afraid of pit lanes now. Adam is afraid of pit lanes. He almost went into the wrong one. This is the old pit lane. You have to keep going, Adam, to get to the correct one. That's his teammates moving out of the way for the Williams there. Adam thought he saw dog behind him and absolutely, absolutely got scared. Most of the drivers have set their time now. We have outlap for Cowley, but Piggy and Shazam are in the pits. They haven't come out yet to set their time. Kez is on mediums. I don't understand why he's still out there on mediums. Same with Iron Chin. Why are they on mediums? Like maybe they're doing engine pens today, but I don't think you're allowed to use any other tire but sauce when you do your engine pens. But I don't know. Kez coming into the pits now. It looks like he will be doing his engine pen. Same thing for Iron Shin. Iron Shin, last week's race winner. Wouldn't be as easy this week as Cowley is back, who you say should be the quickest in this tier. But can Shin make it 3 wins from 4 races? His first win coming back in Hungary before he failed to get the second one at Spain. He was close at one point, but at Qatar he did get the win back in a dominance race before this one in Silverstone. Can he make it 3 in 4? And that would probably be the best win record for now in all the tiers. I don't believe anybody has had 3 in 4 wins this season. I don't think anybody has even had 3 wins this season. Deck, maybe Deck. I mean, I remember Deck didn't win at Monza. Deck didn't win at Imola. So that's 2 races out of 4. He did. I remember. Did he win the rest? I believe he won the rest of them. He won Jeddah. He won Mexico. Yeah, so I think Deck has had 4 race wins. So Deck should be the leader when it comes to race winners. Cares you and your helmet. Say gone back to the old helmets. Yeah, the race at Qatar wasn't as good as it was in what race did they do before Qatar? Spain, yeah. So maybe the old helmets will give you that luck you had at Spain. But Kez finally has gone in for soft tires. I wonder if anybody knows, give me information about if you start quali on medium tires, do you lose? Is that the tire you're going to use in the race, or is that just a tire for quali? Do you get fresh mediums again in quali? If you go balanced allocation. I mean, yeah, balanced allocation. But if you go harder, I mean, sorry, if you go harder allocation, because everyone uses harder anyways. So if you go harder allocation and you use one of your mediums in quality, does that mean that it will be used in the race, or do you have another set for the race? That's what I want to know. Rotty out there. KL is still leading the way now, 127-1, just a tenth off Cowley. Cowley, our race winner from Spain, missing last week because he had to go for a drama play, but he's back to get back into the drama of racing tier 3. Slater, or that's KL, will be gaining another lap here and he'll be looking to improve on what is already a good time, as Batman will be doing the same in P4. The Mercedes of Wilco and Piggy both on outlap. I believe that's Piggy, sorry, that's coming to the final corner to begin his lap. Now let's see who is on a lap. I think his teammate is on an outlap. Behind him we have the Williams, who's definitely on an outlap too, yep. And Haas, Adam the Sweet, I believe. Is it? Yes, it is Adam the Sweet. He will be starting his lap right behind the Williams of Kez. Maybe not the best choice for Adam, but if he gives Kez a little bit of space, maybe it will work. But here we go. Adam has begun his lap. He will take that slipstream from behind the Williams. So I'm actually going to stick with him to see how much how much slipstream matters here at Silverstone. Let's see if he'll go up on his time. In the corners that he is, he's definitely going to get that dirty air from the Williams. But he's slowly gaining on the Williams in front. When you have someone like Kez as your, what you're watching to see if you're gaining or losing, he's 1/10 up on his time now. But at this point, it might be time to overtake the Williams in front. Slowing down a bit here. I don't know why he will slow down a bit there. He was up on his time there, so I was expecting to keep going. But Batman coming out of the final corner now, can he improve on his time that he's on 127.6? And he does. It's 127.2 for Batman into the top 3. His teammate isn't here today, so he has to carry all the burden of the Kick Sauber team. Mr. Piggy, one of our race winners from this season. Actually, he was a race winner, but the race win got taken away, so he doesn't have an official race win yet. But 127.9 for Piggy. and he will be looking to kick start his championship fight. He's up there with the championship leaders, but he's looking for a strong result as last week wasn't a good one for him. As we have Kez crossing the line, Kez goes to P14. I'm guessing the call. No, it's a scam call. So scam call people don't worry. I cannot. You know that one. They usually when they call you. They tell you. Let me just tell everyone in the scam now. It's a good news. You don't have nightmares about Fletch. It's funny because you guys are speaking like Fletch is some kind of slow driver. Fletch and I raced last season, bro, and we're at the same pace. Maybe I was just slightly faster, but we raced last season in tier two. He was a front runner, so I'm not surprised. Maybe you guys are surprised, but I'm not surprised. I mean, that's why I said we should. That's why he said we should do it. He was the one who said that we should race. I said if we race and you prove that you're fast enough to beat me, then we go up. Then you go up. And he said okay, and he proved that. So if you prove that you're fast enough to beat a guy who constantly finishes in the top 10, even if I don't really have pace in tier one, then Fletch is definitely ready for tier one. But I don't think he'll be moved in the end. I think a bit of emotion from Fletch saying he's going to move up if he beats me is not going to make the admins move him up. If they do move him up, then that might be a big blunder for Visa RB because he's a very strong driver in tier two and coming up to tier one and getting top 10 results maybe out of the top 10 is not really what Deck wants. Losing a driver like Fletch in tier two, but crossing the line, Wilco to the top 10, 128-1. Not a bad time from him. Into the top 10, the both Mercedes are both split by both Alpines, but I'm sure I'm looking to improve on his time because someone who's a race winner will be expecting himself to finish a bit higher on the grid. We do see a few drivers who can qualify lower on the grid and end up winning races out of pure pace. Nothing, no luck, no safety cars and the rest of them or changing conditions, just pure pace. And we'll see if Iron Shin can be one of them if he can't improve on his time. Pot washing the McLaren is going to cross the line, but it doesn't go faster. He does go faster, but it doesn't go up. Just P12 for him, 128.3. And they are all in the pits now. 5 minutes to go, they definitely will have one lap. Yeah, very soon he will bet you. Very soon he will bet you. No, I wasn't surprised though. Even before we raced, I said he will beat me in the end, and he'll show you guys that what I've been saying from race one was correct. Because I've been in the chat since race one saying, how did Silky and Massey end up in tier two? Number one, Silky was faster than me last season. I always known Silky has been faster than me since I got into tier two, and Massey was on my pace when we were racing in front. Like, so how are they tier two? I was always confused. And as a TP who wants to win, obviously I'm trying to make it an even playing field for my team. But honestly, my team, I still have to give big up to them. Against a team like Visa or B, they've done absolutely perfect. As Cowley, the first driver into the 126.9. But would that be the last lap for Cowley? As we have 4 minutes to go here in quali, will he be able to get back in and come back out? Considering how long the track is and how long pit stop is, I don't believe Cowley will be able to set a time again. So that definitely is his final time of the session. Batman, KL, Randy Dan will be the drivers that will go for it closest to getting pole today. Maybe Slater, but Slater we're going to have to improve by 8 tenths. Does he have 8 tenths in him to improve? Maybe. Most of them are in the pits now. 900ths of a second that Batman is up on his time. As I'm reading chat now, I said it's all conspiracy really. Fletch is in tier two. It's criminal. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. But yeah, he's going to definitely. I mean, if you look at it, if Egg stayed down in tier two and Luke also stayed down in tier two, then maybe it's not be that criminal because we'll have Fletch, Free Range Eggs, Silky, and Luke fighting for top four. But the thing is that Luke definitely could not stay down. If you look at Luke's performance at Canada, absolute brilliant performance from Luke. I believe he got a P6, and that's a driver you do not want in tier two because he will absolutely blow the field away if he's in tier two. I don't know what happened in Canada in his first race in tier two, but I believe it was raining on his head that he might be promoted, so he might have been driving off. But he definitely wasn't driving off in tier one as he got a P6. A very good result for him. Adam the Sweet now will be starting his final lap. They'll all be starting their final lap. They should be coming out by now. How many minutes there? Does Carly have enough time to come out? I was saying, does he have? He's just coming in now. As you can see, his team is putting him in the pit, so I believe he wouldn't have enough time to come back out. 2 minutes to go. Yeah, that was the end of qualifying. His competitor KO is out. Batman is out. Randy down in the pits. He's done with qualifying. It's going to be P4 for him if nobody has a say about that. His teammate Angry Badger about to begin a lap. Badger, I believe, will be the first driver on the lap. Now, is Adam the Sweet on the lap? Looks like Adam is on the lap. He pulled out of his lap, I believe, earlier. So let's see exactly what he will get. Crossing the line was the Red Bull of Rossi and going up to P12. But we're going to stick with the Haas of Adam the Sweet. Is he up on his time? He will be hoping to finish the race today and not be put in the wall by someone. That certain someone is not in the race. So I believe Adam will be safe. Um, no one in front of him is on the lap here. So he has a Williams in front of him again. Almost 2 tenths up on his time. One more sector to go. And let's see exactly what he will do. Oh, almost slides off there, but he's going to be pushing. 2 corners to go. Who is this in front of me? Go away! Ah, damn! He definitely lost time there. And when he's coming out of the final corner, what is Alan Ducey going to get? It's only 300th of a second of an improvement. And he definitely will be complaining about whatever was happening in front of him. Because if he got the 3 tenths improvement that he was looking to get, he was going to go up to P9. Difference between P9 and P14 is definitely massive. Visa RB, only Visa RB on track of 50 gent about to begin his lap. They're all on their push laps now. Port Wash also about to begin his lap. So, who can grab that pole position from Cowley, who's sitting in provisional pole as we speak? Is Slater up on his time? He needs an 8 tenths improvement if he wants to beat Cowley. Let's see what he does in the first sector as the Red Bull of of that Shazam also about to start the lap. Our Rotty finishing. Let's go to them so we don't miss anything. Rotty going into the pits and Shazam beginning a lap just before the time runs out. The Mercedes of Piggy also about to start a lap just before 1 second. He got it. He just got it. Wacky Racer. Did you guys just see that? He absolutely just got the line when it was 1 second. He crossed it and he can't do a push lap there. Lucky PRV widget as he can do his final lap. Iron Shin, last week's race winner, deployed fully, used 8 tenths of an improvement, and he goes exactly where he expects to be, up to the top 5, and it's a 127.2 for Iron Shin. The Haas of Cowley in the pits, but his teammate is gonna have another goal. He's 100% on the ERS. That's the end of his quali. He didn't cross the line quick enough. He couldn't do the PRV as Batman will stay in P3. Doesn't improve enough to beat Cowley. Slater crosses the line. Also doesn't improve enough. Cowley only has this man think about who has invalidated his time, and that definitely means your pole sitter is going to be Ufrl Cowley as he's back this week and will be looking to grab a win. KO will cross the line with an invalidated time, so he will stay in P2. Randy Dana is also invalidated. We'll go down to Mr. Piggy and Wacky Racer. Up on his time, Mr. Piggy, I believe was a tenth up on his time. The Red Bull of Shazam will be the first to cross the line on the last round. Oh, 7 tenths up on his time. Where will he go to when he does cross the line? It's going to be P15 for Shazam. So even if he improved by a second, almost a second and a half, that was just enough for P15. Heading to the Mercedes of Mr. Piggy, coming into the final corner. Easy up on his time. He's 7 seconds down on his time. That's weird. 9 seconds down on his time. And that is the end of qualifying. Mr. Piggy couldn't do anything about it. Iron Shane also done with qualifying. Cowley is going to be a pole sitter here today. He didn't even need to come out for the final lap. He knew it was enough. Okay, I can read the chat. Now you guys are talking a lot. Hold on a P16 championship, so it should be me that goes down, not Luke. You stay in tier 1. Come on, Woody. Woody. Wait. Woody, wasn't Woody in tier 1 when I was. I'm trying to remember. No, I think I think Woody arrived in the league this season and went down to tier three. Yeah, I think Woody arrived in the league since and went down to tier three. I'm trying to remember if I raced Woody in tier one when we were both in tier one. Oh yeah, I raced him in tier two. Yeah, that I remember now. I mean, raced him my first season in tier two, Woody. Ha, Woody, remember that? I ended up finishing ahead of him in the championship. I have to say it. I have to say it. Yeah, it was a good championship fight. Honestly, tier two was fun that season. It was really fun. Oh, did I? I can't remember. I think I did, but it was really fun. Then Moody moved up to tier one. Then I had the likes of Tesco, Massive. Damn, I had to race so many new drivers last season. After tier two, my first season in tier two, the rest of them moved up. But every other front runner wasn't an old driver in the league. It was the new ones. It was Luke, Stephanie, Tesco, Massey, Free Range Eggs. Four of us were the front runners in tier two, and I was the only driver who had been in UFR. So all of them were basically their rookie seasons. So that was nice to see. I didn't expect to have. I mean, I didn't expect to fight for the championship the next season in tier two, but it was really fun. Good times. Is that Jaja? Oh yeah, we did have the cleanest tier. We like that tier. It was like we're never having incidents. But remember, you know why we had the cleanest tier? Because Silky got a season ban. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I remember Silky absolutely killing me in Abu Dhabi. I remember him absolutely killing me in Abu Dhabi. I was so pissed. I was like, what the hell, bro? You're faster than me. Like, with a few corners and you're gonna slide by. But he put me in the wall. Silky would have won the championship last season, though. I think he would have. Who were we going in? Who won the championship that season? Wasn't it that guy who left after winning it? I think he left after winning it because he was like he didn't really want to race in tier one. The guy in the Haas. Ah, damn! I can't remember his name. That's how easy it is to forget. Even if he was champion, it's easy to forget him because he just left. I mean, a 5 minute break. I forgot to say that, but it's easy to forget. If anybody can remind me, tier two champion from my first season when I came like sixth or something. As it's a new first time chat, say good luck Randy Dan. Is that maybe that's the missus of Randy Dan? So yep, good luck. Flane, your teammate, yeah, exactly. Flane, yeah. He was the guy who won it this my first season in tier two. Then he left. Very interesting decision to leave. Maybe he didn't have the time to maybe he didn't have the time to, race, but he left. But it's been a really fun journey back to tier one. Because I was in tier one on controller. I was finishing where I'm finishing right now, just in the top 10. I've never been quick enough in tier 1 to finish. My highest finishing position in tier 1 is a P5. That was in Mexico a long time ago. When Viva and I were backmarkers. Viva and I are backmarkers. We had our own personal championship fight to finish in the top 10, which we both did. But who finished over each other? Viva ended up finishing over me because of a Bahrain race where he started on hard, stayed out really long. Then the safety car came out and he could come in on mediums in P2 and ended up finishing P3 in the race. Like, whoa. That's what gave him the edge at the end because I never got a top three and top three is very strong. Yeah, stepping, honestly. It was fun being the fact that it was Luke and I, but I mean, it's Tesco and I, but how much fun would it have been if you had done all the races? I mean, you had done all the races. Eggs had done all the races, but I think Tesco is quicker than Eggs. I believe Tesco will probably have gotten one over on Eggs, over myself, or even yourself. So I think yourself, which is Luke, myself, and Tesco, would have been the one fighting for it. But Luke missed a bunch of races. Honestly, Luke, when I used to see that you were missing races, I was happy. I was happy and also sad because I was happy because okay, one less person to beat. And I was also sad because I was like, who is now going to beat Tesco if it's not me? I was like, because honestly, no one could really beat Tesco last season if it wasn't me or Luke. Tesco was just unbelievable. And in the final two races, he was impossible to hold on to. Qatar, we got really lucky in Qatar with the safety car because the safety car ever come out in Qatar, it never comes out. Yeah, that would have been a brilliant last race. In the last race, he almost even got me by few tenths. I was like, I think it was a thousandth of a second or something like that. Very close. Luke almost got me on the line. I was like, Luke, chill out. I'm in a championship fight here. What if I was about to report Tesco and he gets to one place and I can win? He was literally about to get me on the line in the final race. Like the race finish was so close, but that was really good race. If you guys go watch it back, Tesco and I win side by side constantly, and we're not rough with each other. That was proper racing. But now we're suffering in tier one. I don't really say suffering. It is fun racing with the best drivers. I know Tesco and Luke can attest at that now. At first, it's daunting when you get first arrive. But when you're racing, when you constantly race to the top drivers, it is really fun. Racing and you see Hazer around you, you see Bolt around you. You never see Deck around you, so let's not talk about Deck. You see Merck around you, you see Loeb. You see like they pass you. They pass you, but you see them and you're racing with the best. So it feels good. I love being in tier one. I don't care if to win the championship. All I care about is racing with the best. Learning from the best. I believe the race should have started by now. Here we go. One light, two lights, three lights, four lights, five lights. Ahead of the drivers, round six in Silverstone. It's lights out, foot to the floor, and go, go, go. Cowley is going to keep his lead. Very, very, very good start from the Alpine there. Goes on the inside. Somebody is off. It is Shazam. He's going to lose in places. Also Slater in the Ferrari out of the session, I believe. Looks like he was lagging a bit there. But he's still in the session. Cowley leads the way as he is very strong here at Silverstone, and this is exactly where he will want to begin. Cowley to KO in P2. Batman is in P3 under pressure from the Aston Martin. Clean getaway from tier 3 here. Looking on the inside. Definitely can't get the inside there. Oh! Oh my god. Dive down the inside from the Alpine of Wacky Racer. It's going to be a switchback attempt from the Mercedes. He doesn't complete it. The Alpine is starting on the softs. And let's put on the tires to see exactly how. There's only one driver starting on the soft. It's going to be PRV Widgets. Definitely the different strategy that is going with the drivers around him. Oh, it's going off there again as the Mercedes is going to be putting pressure on the Alpine. Will he try and move into Maggots? No, he's going to hold it back. Definitely not a place you want to be going side by side. I have seen side by side action into Maggots. I believe it was Pesci and someone else going side by side without contact. But it's very difficult for that to happen as Toborito has lost the place and going into the back of his teammates. Red Bull Rossi putting pressure on Wilco. But going into the pits already, Wacky Racer, damage to his wing. Damage to the wing of Wacky Racer, and that's going to be a pit stop. Cowley is already 6 tenths away from the man in P2. And a fun fact about Cowley, let me give you a fun fact about Cowley. All the races that he's won in UFRL have begun with S. So he's won at Spain, he's won at Silverstone, he's won at Spa, and I believe he's won at Saudi or something. So it's Silverstone once again. He did get P2 when he did reserve last season. I remember that he finished right behind me in P2 in a race that Tesco, all my competitors actually did a engine pen that day, and Cowley finished in P2 in a very strong race from him. Can he emulate that race once again, but this time around get the race win? Obviously, it will be difficult to get a race win against a championship contender, but he was only about 5 seconds behind me at the end of the race. So that just goes to show you how well Cowley drove that day. And can he do it again here in tier 3 as going off Rossi right behind Wilco, that dirty air from the Mercedes, slightly putting the Red Bull off. The Mercedes is not going to have the DRS to defend from him, so we're going to stick with him. He will be the only move definitely that will be looked at. Rossi is going to be gaining on the Mercedes here. The Mercedes is picking the defensive line. Rossi is going to have to pick the outside. The McLaren is also trying. The McLaren switches to the inside there as Port was on mixed contact right on the sweet, trying to switch to the inside, and she didn't give him the space warranted, and that's going to lose him a bit of time and put pressure on him from the Aston Martin. Rossi didn't clear the Mercedes of Wilco. He tried it around the outside, but Wilco done a good job to defend from Rossi there as the race is starting to heat up now. Pot was tried this Seb in Spain on Bottas, but didn't work to perfection. Toborito now losing even more places. He was one of the ones who started with an engine pen. Ooh, fresh tires, or he went into the pits. Oh, is that damage on his wing again? That's damage on the wing of Toborito again. I mean, he might have gone into the pits to change his wing, but he forgot to make them actually change his wing. As Angry Badger now has overtaken Potwash who might have gotten damage from the battle that he had with Adam the Sweet. Maybe, maybe not. I believe his wings are still clean there. His wings are still clean. As I'm getting, oh, I was getting ads from the chat. I always get notifications so late from Discord. So a bunch of you message me like Tesco and Mrs. P and Iron Shane messaging me in the comms chat. I just saw your notifications now. I don't even know why it's always so late. Literally, that always happens. And when did you guys send me those messages? Long time ago, and my phone is saying now. And it's definitely not now. You guys are asking me. But Carly has pulled away now, 1 second away from KL. He's pushing to try and get back into that DRS because he has the pressure of the Kick Sauber right behind him. It's Kick Sauber versus Visa RB today. One driver versus one. We see who's going to grab the final points for their team. 50 Gent is doing a good job here, and Batman will definitely be thinking about that. KL is back into the DRS of Carly, but he's showing in front that he has the pace to keep pulling away from KL. KL is going to have to push really hard here, use his ERS as good as possible to keep close to the Haas driver who's looking for a second win of the season. A win that he's definitely deserving so far. But KL holds on to him with that DRS as they head down now to Corps. Vandy Dan in the Aston Martin. Adam the Sweet getting by the Mercedes of Wilco. Up to P9 he goes. He's on those hard tires, but Wilco always go off. it always goes off. Like my headphones always, literally, because I didn't want my headphones to go off today. I plugged my charger in, and it still went off. Like I'm just tired of these headphones, man. They piss me off, honestly. But anyways, Batman is slowly even like I was saying. If you guys didn't hear what I was saying, Batman is slowly catching up to Cowley. He was about 1.9 seconds away, but he's showing that pace, pulling away from Randy Dan, catching up to Cowley in front. And this is very interesting. Iron Shane now's tires have kicked in. I was talking about his tires a few laps ago. Maybe I was muted. You guys didn't hear me. He's on the hards, so his strategy is definitely different from the drivers in front, and his tires are definitely stronger now. 50 Gent is going to be the first driver that he will be trying to make an overtake on, who is sliding a little bit there, but he's putting pressure on Randy Dan, who will not have the DRS from the kick Sauber in front of him. But 50 Gent can use that DRS to defend from Iron Shin behind this. It's the DRS train in Silverstone is one of the strongest in the game. It's very difficult to make an overtake if the guy in front of you has DRS, as Angry Badger just showed that he cleared the Red Bull, who did not have the DRS, as they headed to that corner. Angry Badger now up to P9. His next target is going to be Adam the Sweet, that has slowly started to pull away from them. His hard tires definitely better now. The drivers who decided to start on the hard tires. I guess a bit of luck as Randy Dan losing places. Is he out of the session? Why is he slowing down so bad? Randy Dan losing places, and that's a top 3 now for 50 Gent and Batman. It gets even more spicy between the Kick Sauber and the Visa LB. But here comes the Alpine down the inside. Iron Shin is now back on the podium, and he wants this win. He definitely can get this win. Carly's not too far ahead, and he will start to pull in Batman in that Kick Sauber. And this is going to be a good, really good one. I'm going to put my once again. I'm going to put my laptop on right in front of me, so I know when I lose audio, because that's the only way I can know when I lose audio. Because I won't see like the audio stuff moving. I always have to look to the right anytime I have to look at my laptop. So let's move it. Put it on the table. Put it right on the table. The graphics card too. All right. Here we go. Iron Shin 9/10 behind Batman now, and now the kick Sauber of Batman is definitely going to be under pressure from Iron Shin. But it all depends on how your racing IQ. You know that Iron Shin is going to be faster than you for sure. And if he's very close to make that overtake, it is time to just let him by and try and hold on to him as long as possible before you go in for your hard tire change. Cowley now has put away 2 seconds once again. He has gained his 1 second back on Batman. Batman was very close to being in the DRS of Cowley, but suddenly now he's falling off from the Haas in front, and he's going to be under pressure from the Alpine. Both have their DRS enabled. The Alpine is going to be gaining on him, but will he have enough to make it on Batman? No, he will not. He's going to have to hold it back. But Adam the Sweet now, another driver on the hards, very close to KL, also not close enough to make the move. Even down this straight here, the DRS isn't that strong, as the Alpine now definitely will be getting past Batman on this lap. There are 9 laps they've completed now. At the end of this one, there's going to be 10. Ha! Of course, it's going to be 10 at the end of this one. As Batman, and what should they be thinking of? I believe it's lap 12 or lap 11 for a pit stop on the medium. So they'll definitely go 2 more laps on these medium tires. Cowley knows that Iron Shin is going to be gaining on him, but the Batman is holding on to that pressure from him. Oh, dive down the inside there from KL on Angry Badger as he moves up to P8. It's difficult to just catch these overtakes when they're happening. You have to be very attentive. Heading back to Piggy, 5/10 behind 50 Gent, both on the medium tires. 50 Gent slightly falling off from Iron Shin in front. Piggy has the pace. He's showing the pace. Didn't start too well in this race, but he's gaining the places now, as 50 Gent is going to be his next target. Iron Shin now closer to Batman as he's ever been in this race. And will he finally complete the move here? Absolutely attacking the curbs there, and he's going to now have that DRS on the Batman in front. And as the wheels turn round, he's going to be gaining on the Kick Sauber as they head down to the straight, even closer and closer. Will the Kick Sauber defend it? He's not going to defend it, but Iron Shin doesn't go for the move. He's going to have another opportunity as they head now to the penultimate corner, but no, Nothing for Iron Shin. He's going to have to hold it back from the Kickstarter once again, who's gained 5 tenths on Cowley in front, who's losing more and more time. Cowley definitely struggling on those old tires. But what is Cowley doing here? Maybe he's trying to give the DRS to Iron Shin. That would be a very, very brilliant strategy from Cowley. If you can give that DRS to Iron Shin, I mean to Batman, hold Iron Shin behind for a few more laps so he can kill those hard tires that he's on, and they can extend their tires. That would be the absolutely master plan from the heart. Sometimes you have to work with your opponent to help yourself. But Cowley lost the time. He's gaining it once again. But maybe the smart idea here will be to keep as Randy Dan gets, I know she gets past Randy Dan, Angry Badger will get past KL. But maybe the smart strategy here, as going to the pits, Wilco, Rotti, and Shazam, will be to keep Batman in that DRS as he's now falling behind Iron Shane. Oh my days, they make contact, but they can't keep going there. Batman was looking for it on the inside, but definitely that's not the place you want to make a move. But they can keep going, lucky 42. But 50 Gent has now caught up to the back of Batman once again, who have the DRS on Iron Shin. Iron Shin is going to be gaining on Cowley on these hard tires. And there he goes. This is going to be a very interesting end to the race. 16 laps to go. Iron Shin now has got into the DRS of Mr. Cowley, who is going into the pits. He is going to trigger the pit stop early. He doesn't want to be overtaken by Iron Shin before he goes into the pit. Batman is staying out. 50 Gent is staying out. Adam the Sweet is staying out. They definitely do not want to double stack in a long pit stop like Silverstone. Piggy is close to the top 4. It's in the top 4 now. But Iron Shin absolutely flying. Last week at Qatar, he held onto his hard tires as long as possible. Can he do it once again here at Silverstone and grab the win? He's performing out of his skin, Iron Shin. And that is going to be 3 wins from 4 if he does end up getting the win here today. 50 Gent now putting pressure on Batman. Kick versus Visa has begun once again. The rivalry is all around the league. As we see, it's a very heated rivalry between the two teams. And now 50 Gent is going to have an opportunity to get past his competitor of Batman in front. The only drivers representing their teams today. And they're going to have to get the haul of points in Tier 3. Batman knows that 50 Gent is his main competitor. I did tell him before the race. So he definitely knows. But he knows that he's under pressure now from him as they head into Maggots and Beckett. Coming out of this corner, 50 Gent is going to have that DRS. And can he complete that move? Oh, climbs the sausage curb a little bit there. And that's going to lose him time to Batman in front, who can keep his P2 for now. Cowley definitely is going to be gaining a lot of time on them when they do go into the pits. If they stay out one more lap. And what will Batman decide to do? It's going to be a pit stop for Batman. Yes, it is. It's also going to be a pit stop for 50 Gent, taking their time into the pit stop, making sure they do not speed. And there you go, going into the pit. Adam the Sweet staying out one more lap. 50 Gent deciding to just follow him, not try to stay out one more lap. Where will Cowley be when they all come out in this one? Cowley is definitely going to be ahead of them on those fresher hard tires. Angry Badger going around one more time as his teammate is in the pits. Iron Shin will have to do about 4 more laps on the hards before he gets on the mediums, but he'll be flying on the mediums. So let's head to Cowley and see how many drivers he gets by. Gets by Spotwatch, gets by KL, gets by Randy, gets by Piggy, gets by 50 Gent and Batman. So he's exactly where he needs to be. Kesinator still out there on old hards. Batman coming out of the pit 2 seconds ahead of 50 Gent. Interesting. Maybe a slow pit stop from 50 Gent. As Batman now is stuck behind Slater, who hasn't come into the pits yet. So Batman is going to have to clear the Ferrari as soon as possible, using all the ERS that he has on that car to do so. The Ferrari is definitely going to defend. Batman sends it down the inside. Absolutely brilliant move from the kick salver as he clears Slater in that Ferrari, and he can pull away now and be hoping that Slater will slow 50 Gent down in his bide for the podium positions. Cowley and Iron Shin are looking like 2 of the podium finishers, but 50 Gent now has cleared Slater, not wasting time whatsoever. Before they could even get to Cops, he's cleared Slater, and Batman is going to be putting pressure on Kers next. He will have the DRS on Kers as they come out of this corner, so he doesn't have too much trouble to get past Kers for sure. He will use his DRS, activate his ERS, and easily slide down the inside. 50 Gent will also try to do so on Kers. Clear him as soon as possible so Batman does not pull away. As they say in the chat, box pits confirm. Iron Shin when we're going to the pit. Then 10-second penalty for Angry Badger. There always has to be a 10-second penalty from someone. But I've said to so many other people, slow down. Slow down. Losing 2 seconds in the pit lane because you were too slow is better than getting a 10-second penalty. Just try and remember that. So just slow down as much as you can, even if you're slow. Just do it. Just do it. Losing 2 seconds better than getting a 10-second penalty. I mean, it's simple math. Simple math. 1 + 1 is 2. You know, as Badger comes out in P12, but he has that 10-second penalty to think of in his race here. Potwash will get ahead of him with those 1 lap older tires, as 50 Gents has finally cleared cares, but that has given the chance for Batman to run away from him. He's now 2.5 seconds away from the Visa LB, but 50 Gent will begin his charge on this lap to catch up. 13 laps to go in this one, and 50 Gent will be trying his best to beat that Kick Sauber today for sure. Cowley is now about 22 seconds behind Iron Shin in front, who's going round for another lap. He's definitely going for a few more laps on these hard tires, but Cowley will get past him when he does come into the pits, but with those medium tires, fresh medium tires that he will be on, can Cowley hold him back for the rest of the race? We will see. 50 Gent has slightly caught up to Batman in front. Piggy getting past Kez now. Kez extending his hard as long as he can. Rotty has been overtaken by Randy Dan on those medium tires. You do not expect that. He can keep pushing more than the hards for a while, but Kez now is going into the pits. It's going in, and he's going in well there. No 10-second penalty for Kez. That's where will he come out? He extended those hards as Iron Shin can see Kez going into the pits now. I think maybe Iron Shin will be going to the pits on this one, so let's stick with him. Yep, quick maths, bro. Quick maths. 1 + 1 is 2. So 2 seconds, losing 2 seconds in the pits is better than losing 10. 8-second difference. But Adam the Sweet now, still out there in front of his teammates, extending his hards. Same thing as Iron Shin. But when Iron Shin be going into the pit lane, will it be on this lap? It's lap 14 as we speak. And he will be going. If he goes in at the end of lap 14, I'll be start to lap 15. That'll just be 11 laps on the mediums. So definitely can do 11 laps on the mediums. It has to be now or never. Because if he goes around one more time, Cowley's going to gain too much time on him. And was that the right choice from Iron Shin there? I do not think so. 19 seconds now that Cowley is behind him. And we know how long a pit stop is at Silverstone. And that had to be the lap for Iron Shin. But he decides it's going to be one more. And he's going to go for the medium tires at the end of this one. Heading back to 50 Gent and Batman and their own personal battle. He has caught up to Batman by 1/10, but still in that 2.2 distance. As Randy Dan tried around the outside. Don't believe he gave enough space to the Mercedes there. He has now lost the place to the Red Bull of Rotty, who is coming into the pits. Slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down! He doesn't get the penalty. Went into the pits there. He might have damage on his car. That's why he's going into the pits. I don't know why. Well, on the mediums, Rotty will be going into the pits there. We have Iron Shin still leading the way, 18 seconds from Cowley. But when Cowley does go into the pits and he does come in, he's going to be about 7 seconds behind Cowley. Can he catch Cowley being that far back? I know Rotty, he's definitely not making it to the end. But I expect him to extend those mediums longer. The fact that he came in now, maybe extend them because it was 5 laps. He could have done about 4 more laps, then gone on softs for like the last 3 laps. But now he's gone on the hards. He's down to P16. But he's the only driver who's done a 2-stop now. I believe maybe Toberito, the other drivers who had to do a stop at the start. But he's the only driver who's done a 2-stop on pure strategy. 2-stop that definitely not going to work. 50 Gent has caught up 2/10 now on Batman in front as he's slowly reeling in Batman. Iron Shin will come into the pits now. And where will Cowley be when he does come out? Adam the Sweet staying out 1 more lap again on those tires. Iron Shin, 15 laps he did on the hards. And he has to be a good pit stop here from the Alpine. Tires out, tires in, let him go. As a clean pit stop from the Alpine. Where is Cowley going to be? Coming out of the final corner now. Iron Shin has been released from his team. Cowley will get by, but by how many seconds is going to be a lot. And that 1 lap that Iron Shin spent out on track definitely is not going to help him because even Batman has gotten by him. Would 50 Gent also get by him here? 50 Gent will try around the outside. He has the hotter tires. Can the Visa will be clear? Iron Shin, yes, he will. Iron Shin is going to try to hold him around the outside. They're wheel to wheel. Did they make contact? No, they not. But Iron Shin can keep that place. And now he can try and catch up to Cowley in front, who is now 6 seconds ahead of Iron Shin. And the race for the win has begun. Cowley has it in his hands now. Iron Shin has the strategy to work with, but he's going to have to push like hell because 2.5 seconds ahead of him is Batman. He's going to have to clear Batman first, but Cowley will be next. But on those medium tires that are 5 laps fresher than the hards in front, he's going to have better tires till the end in this one. And can Iron Shin pull off this strategy? Yeah, Cowley's going to be miles ahead. Yeah, like he was going to be miles ahead. 6 seconds ahead, almost 7 now. Iron Shin should have come in a lap earlier. Lap later, maybe not, but we'll see. He might make us eat our words here because he's slightly gaining on Batman in front. He doesn't have the dirty air, so he can be flying now. A slight bit of dirty air from Batman, but Batman is 2.2 seconds. Dirty air starts from about 1.5 seconds ahead. So Iron Shin will have to start pushing. This was the warm-up lap for his mediums, but from now, he's going to have to start putting in quali laps if he wants to catch up to Cowley. With about 9 laps to go, Iron Shin is going to have to gain about 7, 8 tenths on Cowley each lap to be behind him on the final lap. 2 seconds now, 50 Gent. 2 seconds now behind Batman, but still not gaining enough. As Batman is slightly gaining on Cowley, 3.9 seconds behind the Haas driver. As there's a lot of switching going on behind. Randy Dan getting past get Adam the Sweet there, who was in the pit lane. Adam is now on the mediums. And he definitely won't be able to catch up to the guys in front because 7 seconds behind. But he's easily going to get Randy down in this race. His strategy is working to perfection for him as Rotti gets past his teammate. Cowley now losing even more time to Batman in front. And Iron Shin is clearly making us eat our words as he's already 4 seconds, almost 5 seconds behind Cowley. This is not going to be an interesting end to the race. 9 laps to go. Iron Shin is giving everything that he has in this race. 50 Gent is not close enough to get past Batman. Batman is pushing very hard to not let Iron Shin get close, but it is inevitable that the Alpine will get past the Kick Sauber. What will Batman do? Will he fight it hard on Iron Shin? They made contact earlier in this race. Will it happen again between these two? Iron Shin is now in the DRS of Batman, and that means he's 4 seconds behind Cowley. He will need to clear Batman as soon as possible. Fastest lap for him now, 1:29.9, and Iron Shin is giving us the entertainment. Honestly, Iron Shin has been the most entertaining driver this season. Honestly, in Tier 3, he's been the most entertaining driver. The alternate strategies, the surprise wins, the perfect strategies, he's pulling them all off. As now, it's going to be, can he be 3 from 4 from Iron Shin? Or does Cowley have the pace? Is he saving the pace to make sure that when Iron Shin gets into the back of him, his tires will be too dead to make that overtake? And there we go now. Iron Shin heading down to Corpse as a beautiful way. Oh, Slater's out of the session. Is that going to be a safety car? No, it's not. I believe he just got kicked out because he disconnected. He got kicked out because he disconnected. So Slater's out of the session. Toretto is going to get by him. That's not going to be a safety car. That was going to be tragedy for Cowley if that was a safety car. But Iron Shin now will have the DRS on Batman in front and will set up the move on the Kick Sauber. And there you go. You see, I'll be backing him into 50. Yeah, maybe that's the right choice, but 50 is not close enough. And Batman's aim here is to beat 50 Gent, not to beat Iron Shin. So the smart thing to do is just let Iron Shin by. Our fight is with the Visa RBs. Our fight is not with the Alpines. He knows that. He's also in a championship fight, so he knows that for sure. But they're gaining on Cowley. Batman has also caught up to Cowley 2.3 seconds. So maybe it will be a smart choice now to let Iron Shin by, use his pace with the DRS to catch right back up to Cowley. And Batman could even have a chance of a P2 here. Cowley's 2.7 seconds away. He will be hoping that Iron Shin doesn't get past him. Slater has jumped back into the session, but sadly for him, his car has been DNF'd from this race. I don't know why they do that. Why do they DNF your cars when you get kicked out? It's one of the dumbest things that the game brought in. But there we go, down the inside. Batman is not going to fight it hard. as he did last time around. Maybe he's listening to me. Stay behind him, Batman. Don't push hard. Just hold on behind him. Use his DRS to save your ERS and make sure you can stay away from 50 gens and catch up to Cowley in front. But the race for the win has now begun. 7 laps to go. Cowley's on 8 lap old hards. 50 Gent is on 3 lap old mediums. And they're going to have a shootout to the end. And here we go. Cowley definitely is going to be thinking about Iron Shin behind 2.3 seconds. And they're definitely going to be racing for the win. Cowley's going to catch up to him. But, I mean, Iron Shin is going to catch up to him. But does Cowley have enough to keep Iron Shin close by? Batman will use a lot of that DRS and ERS to try and hold on to Iron Shin here. Iron Shin is definitely going to gain on Batman in the next few corners. This is where the fresher tires really matters in this track, like Silverstone. And he might pull out of the DRS of Batman unless Batman can hold on to him. Good driving from Batman there, holds on to him, pulls away a bit from 50 Gent, who's now going to be under pressure from Piggy behind. But this is going to be an interesting end to the race. All the drivers out of the top 5 have penalties except from Potwash, who is going to gain on a lot of them at the end of this race. So he might move up to P8, maybe P7 to see what Potwash can do. He's one of those drivers who knows how to stay out of penalties. But Batman still keeping close to Iron Shin here. Was not gaining enough on Cowley. He needs to gain a bit more. He needs to gain about 4/10 a lap. If he can gain 4/10 a lap, he will be right behind Cowley with a few laps to go in this one. But he's still 2.2 seconds behind Cowley. He's going to get into that 1 second buffer very soon. We will see. This is going to be a spicy end to the British Grand Prix round 6. 6 rounds in UFRL. Entertainment so far. And Tier 3 always end it with a blockbuster. As Iron Shin, starting from, let's see position changes. P4, I believe. That's not where position changes is. What's a damn rookie I am? What's a damn rookie? Position changes are here. But here we go. I actually made up 2 places in this race. 8 places made up from Adam the Sweet. What a drive he has. 8 places made up. And Piggy 4 for Piggy. So 2 good drives from these two. And if Adam the Sweet can finish in P6, he definitely will be the driver of the day. But Iron Shin now is 1.5 seconds behind Cowley. Batman is still in the DRS of Iron Shin. He's going to be flying through this corner, trying to hold on to him. 50 Gentiles is now 3 seconds away from Batman. So that's definitely going to be a solid podium for the Kick Sauber. But Iron Shin, doing Alpine proud. I believe he's the strongest Alpine driver. I won't say the strongest, like, all-round pace between all of them. Actually, no, Deadly's in Alpine. Deadly's in the Alpine. Oh, no, he's the strongest Alpine driver. He's got more wins than Deadly. Skill issue, Deadly. Come on. You can't let Iron Shin have more race wins than you before the end of the season. He's gonna have all the mouth. Like you can't say shit to Iron Shin. He has the most race wins for Alpine. He's carrying Alpine right now. As he's going to be gaining on Cowley. And he's definitely Deadly say what you say fuck me for. And he's definitely gonna be behind Cowley. He has that DRS. Cowley is saving. He knows he has to save. But Iron Shin's strategy, walking to perfection. I know you want Shin to win. You actually in Alpine. You're an Alpine driver. Definitely you want Shin to win. As Shin is going to be gaining on Cowley. He's definitely going to. He looks like he's going to do it, but I know Cowley. He doesn't make it easy. He might just be saving his tires, knowing that pushing hard will have just been pointless because Iron Shin is going to catch up one way or the other. And Batman will also have an opportunity on Cowley. He's not too far back. And when these two in front start to squabble, that might be the opportunity for Batman to look for his moment. At 7/10 now, Piggy is behind 50 Gents. He will also have the DRS on the 50 Gents in front. Yeah, Alpine on for good points here. Where's the other Alpine driver? P15. As long as he finishes. As long as you finish and get the points, that would be good. As long as you have 2 drivers on track, but it's looking like it's going to be a win and a P15, which is quite good. As Iron Shin is now has the DRS on Cowley as the race is on in this one. Kers and Potwash fighting a bit. It looks like Potwash just came into the pits. Looks like a 2-stop strategy from Potwash. I don't know how well that strategy will work for him. Will he be able to catch up to Wilco in front? But he's gone into the pit lane now for fresh medium tires. Shazam with a 3-second penalty. As Iron Shin now, he's been flying this season. We've all been talking about championship for Cowley, championship for Pax, championship for Piggy. Don't write off the Alpine of Iron Shin. If he can get the win here, it's going to be 3 wins from 4, and he's going to have the DRS coming out of Maggots and Beckett as they head down the straight now. Does he have enough to get past Cowley? Doesn't look like he will do so. Batman is still in this fight for the win. It's a 3-way fight for the win. This race is heating up. Piggy is going to be gaining on 50 gens, but it's also not going to be close enough. But Iron Shin now is going to have to start pushing. His mediums have reached that threshold of falling off, and 2 more laps, they definitely will be falling off too hard, and that their tires will start to balance out. So he's going to have to push and get past Cowley as soon as possible. He's going to have the DRS on this one as they head down to the right-hander, up to the left-hander. This is where the grip matters. In these corners like this in Silverstone, is where the grip matters. He has that DRS. I said she needs to watch her track means at Cups. That's twice now, I think. Yeah, he needs to watch. Actually, no. You can, yeah, watch for track limit Shin, but if you get a 3, I won't mind. That will be Batman moving up. But watch for track limit Shin. You want to make it 3 wins from 3. So Cowley definitely will be hoping that he does get the 3-second penalty, because he's vulnerable now in that Haas. And I know he's under pressure. I know he's actually has a sweaty buttocks right now as they're headed down to Cops. Iron Shin is gaining more and more on him as they pass the old pit lane straight. As they're heading out now to Maggots. Iron Shin is closer than he's ever been to Cowley in this whole race. And this is it. Iron Shin can set up the move. He does a little bit wide there. Cowley also follows suit, but he's going to have that DRS as they head down the straight. Can Cowley defend from Iron Shin? He's using as much ERS as he can. He's going to pick the inside. Iron Shin forces the inside and will take P1 from Cowley. That's the race lead. Cowley's trying to hold him on the outside there, wheel to wheel, making a bit of contact. Iron Shin is going to try and hold him on the outside in the penultimate corner. Can he complete the move on Cowley? He has the grip, he has the traction, and he has the place. Iron Shin has taken the lead. Now Cowley is under pressure from Batman, who slightly goes off there, and on the inside, Batman is going to take P2 from Cowley. He takes his switchback from Cowley. They're wheel to wheel, but Batman can't keep that place. Beautiful racing from tier 3 here, as Iron Shin can use this opportunity now to pull away from them. Batman just needs to hold on to the DRS of Iron Shin in front, but he has so much pace in that Alpine. Cowley now from race leader down to P3. This is the fight for the race. 3 laps, 2.5 laps to go in this one. Can Batman get the race win? He has been out of contention. He's not one of the one that we thought could get the race win here, but he's absolutely flying here. He has the pace. He has the tires at this moment. Iron Shin's tires have reached the point of falling off. 9 laps he'll be done on them at the end of this one. Cowley is also behind. It's going to be a 3-man horse race. When they do cross the line, it's going to be 2 laps to go. Stay out of penalties, and your race is in your hands, as Batman now has the DRS and he's going to be gaining on Iron Shin. He's going to go to the inside, and Batman takes the lead of this race, and he's hitting up at the end there. Who is going to be your winner? Predictions in the chat. Who is going to be your winner in this one? 50 Gent is still holding Piggy behind. Entertainment all around in tier 3 as Cowley climbs up to the curb there, losing time to the drivers in front as his race win is falling even more out of his hands. He's falling out of that DRS, and Iron Shin and Batman can battle for it at the end of this one. And this is going to be very, very interesting. Who takes the lead for the final lap is the question. Cowley back into that DRS. He wants this race win. He's going to try it for sure. Iron Shin's mediums have fallen off, and the hards on Batman's tires can hold him behind. He's using that ERS to keep Iron Shin behind. He will not go for the move on the inside on the kick Sauber. Cowley has caught up to the fight here, and it's a beautiful view of these drivers from the helicopter view. And we're going to have one more lap of racing at the end of this one. Iron Shin, though, on the inside, he wants this lead before they even get to the DRS. Batman is going to go behind him. Batman knows he's going to have the DRS here, and he can now clear Iron Shin once again to begin the final lap. Batman, a little bit wide there. He's not going to be close enough to Iron Shin for sure to make the move, but he's going to have the DRS to try and defend from Cowley behind, who goes off there slightly. Batman has the DRS and it's time to save. Save your ERS, Batman. Save it all so you can blast it on the final lap. Iron Shin is definitely going to be saving. 3-second penalty for. Oh my god, thank god I noticed. Thank god I noticed. As they begin lap 26 of this one, Iron Shin decided to take the lead before the final lap. Would that be his Achilles heel? Would that lose him the race here? Batman is behind. He's going to have the DRS, but he has not saved enough ERS to get past him. As yeah, the sound left there. I immediately saved it. I immediately saved it. I hate these headphones, man. I'm going to have to get a new one for comms because they are fully charged and they just keep disconnecting. But I made it safe because the laptop is in front of me. But on the final lap of this one, Batman is behind Iron Shin. And can he hold on to him? Iron Shin has had a better maggot than the rest of them in this race. As Batman definitely knows that for sure. He's going to have to push very hard here. But in front of Iron Shin, can he get the DRS from the Williams? Cowley has that 3-second penalty. So the race is done for him. Iron Shin is going to have the DRS. He slightly goes off there. Batman will have the opportunity. And here we go. Iron Shin has that DRS. Exactly what he needs. And Toberito has saved the life of Iron Shin. Saved the win from him. Batman is not going to get close enough. Batman is going to go off there. Cowley can't get that win after the 3-second penalty. But as they head to the final corner, Iron Shin has held his own. And when he does cross the line, it's going to be the win for the Alpine. Batman will take P2. Cowley's going to lose P3 and P4. Down to P5 for Cowley at 50 Gent. Takes the podium at the end. A surprise podium. Piggy's going to take P4. Adam the Sweet on a great drive takes P6. Randy Dan is going to take P7. Miles ahead of his, not really miles ahead of his teammate in P8. Good results for the Aston Martins. With the Aston Martin finish ahead of Ferrari, no, he will not. P8 for KL. Potwash is going to take P10. He does a good recovery after going into the pits. Up to P10 in him. Wilco in P11. Rotty P12. Wilco, I don't know how many penalties they have, so we'll see. Wacky Racer in P13. Shazam P14. And Kez will be 15. Wilco crosses the line. Rotty crosses the line. Won't finish ahead of him on Wacky Racer. But back to the front. Back to your race winner, Iron Shin. 3 wins from 4. And this is amazing for Iron Shin. His championship fight is on. And that's 3 wins from 4. And he's taking the championship lead at the end of this race. I believe so. He's taking the championship lead. And it's all up from here. It's all up. Batman with a great result gets P2. But guess who is right behind him? The Visa RBs. The Visa RBs never want to leave Kick Sauber alone. And 50 Gents, brilliant race, gets his first podium of the season. Batman also gets his first podium of the season and he celebrates. Definitely going to be happy. He's been complaining about pace issues and we just told him, Batman, enjoy your race, enjoy your time. And that's a good result for him. Driver of the day, Adam the Sweet for sure. Adam the Sweet for sure. I say well done, Randy down. And Iron Shin with his celebration again. It's the 3rd time they're going to see. Is an Iron Shin domination going to be boring for the league? We will see. He gets his trophy, stands at the top. They're going to celebrate at Alpine as his team absolutely jubilates down at the podium. And it's going to be, we know that the champagne is going to taste the best in the Alpine camp. And it was his 3rd win of the season. Iron Shin wins at Silverstone. And it's the end of the race week as we head on Friday to watch the 100% racers. Iron Shin wins, accompanied by Batman and 50 Gen respectively. Driver of the day, Iron the Sweet. There we go. Most of our takes Iron the Sweet. Fastest lap, Wacky Racer actually. And race winner, Iron Shin. Great job, guys. Great racing. Let me get everything we need before this game times me out. We're so lucky. I noticed the sound. That was only because I put my laptop in front of me few laps before. I noticed that the sound went. If not, you guys wouldn't have heard me for the final part of the race. That would have been so bad. No, let me so bad. But now Ayoshi is a legend at Alpine. I know they're going to have celebrations in their garage. So now, who has the most wins this season? I believe Visa Abyss still have the most wins this season. That's your race director, and I've given your finishing order. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll be Willie Fernandez as always, and we'll be back again next week for Tier 1 at Spain for the main tier racing. But before that, it's going to be Friday for the 100% racers. Thank you, thank you. I'm trying my best. I enjoy the racing, and I enjoy reading you guys' chats. Enjoy reading what you guys say and replying to that. Tier 3 has been spectacular this season. It's very hard to predict. Even though Elshin has 3 wins, it's still very hard to predict. By this point, we're all predicting that Elshin is the quickest. Oh, it's the top runner right here. Pax wasn't here today, but Elshin still showed that he has a little bit strong pace to race against Pax. And there you go. He's come a long way. He's gotten another win here. And we'll see if he can do it. Same again next week. Good night and goodbye.